Over the years, there have been quite a few myths which come from common computer guides and news. Many of them have never been true. Others may have been true in the past, but are no longer true because of advances in technology. Many people still believe these common myths about computers, which can lead to misunderstandings and make it harder to use different devices. Here are 15 common computer myths to stop believing. The idea that you should replace your desktop computer or laptop every 3 to 5 years is a common myth that has been promoted by sellers as a business strategy to increase sales. It's more of a marketing point rather than a technical requirement. Many computers last much longer than this, and most home users can go 8 to 10 years without experiencing major issues, especially for lightweight tasks such as web browsing, writing emails, and working with productivity apps. How often you should replace your computer depends on your needs and whether your computer can run modern software. For example, you may consider purchasing a new computer if it loses support for operating system updates and it's not compatible with a newer operating system due to its age. Brand new computers are not always a better choice than refurbished computers. While a brand new computer offers the latest technology and a warranty, a well-refurbished computer from a reliable source can offer very similar performance and quality at a lower cost. Refurbished devices often cost 30 to 60% less than new ones, and you may even be able to get a refurbished higher-tier model with better specifications for the same price as a new low-end computer. For tasks like web browsing, office work, and media streaming, a refurbished desktop computer or laptop is often sufficient and can save a lot of money. It's a common myth that Incognito mode is completely private, and it can be a misleading name. Incognito mode in Google Chrome only prevents your browser from saving browsing history, cookies, and form data on your device so that others sharing the computer cannot see it. It doesn't prevent any third parties from tracking your online activity, and your IP address can still be seen by other websites. All it does is provide local privacy, and it does not affect how other websites track you. Third-party antivirus software is no longer necessary for most everyday users. Windows Defender is already fully built into Windows 10 and 11 and offers reasonable security features, including real-time protection against malware, ransomware and other threats, tamper protection, and automatic scans. It's sufficient for most users without requiring additional antivirus software. For the average home user, paying for third-party antivirus software for personal use is unnecessary, and you would be better off relying on Windows Defender. While antivirus software can block most malware and viruses, it's not perfect and doesn't offer total protection. Antivirus software relies on known signatures and behavior patterns to detect threats, which can be bypassed by new threats. Sometimes antivirus software can incorrectly detect safe programs as malware, just because they have one characteristic that the antivirus is looking for. This can lead to false positives or false negatives. Antivirus software also cannot protect you against human errors, like entering login details on phishing sites. Although an antivirus is important, it's only one layer of protection, and your habits and user interactions are more important. Since macOS has a smaller user base than Windows and has built-in security features to protect against malware and other malicious attacks, malware is not as common as Windows, and malware creators are less likely to target it. But that doesn't mean it's completely immune. Macs can still be infected with malware by various methods, like being tricked into downloading fake apps or giving system permissions to malware. Although computers should be shut down and restarted occasionally to improve system performance and clear the memory, they don't need to be shut down every night. There are better alternatives to shutting down a computer every night. You can hibernate your computer, which will save the current state to the hard drive, and then turn it off. When you turn your computer back on, you will resume where you left off. If you don't want to wait for a full startup, you can put it into a low power state, known as sleep mode. It's generally considered a good balance between power saving and speed. Adding more memory to a computer only helps if you're currently running out of it. Beyond a certain point, it won't make a noticeable difference. While having less memory than necessary will slow down your computer, having more memory than you need won't make it any faster. Draining a laptop battery before charging it is no longer necessary. Modern laptops use lithium-ion batteries, which don't have the memory effect that older battery types did. Instead, it's generally recommended to charge the battery more frequently and avoid letting it completely drain. Third-party system cleaner software is unnecessary for most users and can often do more harm than good. Many cleaners promise to improve system performance by removing unneeded files. However, many of the files are not truly junk, which can lead to data loss. Also, the performance gains are often minimal and you probably won't notice much of a difference after using the tools. Instead, it's better to rely on the built-in cleaning tools, which are sufficient for most users. Deleting files from a hard drive doesn't permanently erase them. When you delete a file, the operating system removes the file reference from the file system, but the actual data on the disk remains on the drive until it's overwritten by new data. Until that space is overwritten, the data can be recovered using data recovery software. Putting a wet phone in rice is a common myth, and it's not an effective way of saving a wet phone. Although it may absorb some water from outside the phone, it won't draw water out of the phone's internal components. Sometimes, rice can leave particles inside your phone, which can get stuck in the charging ports and speakers and damage them. Many people think that closing apps saves battery on smartphones because it closes their background processes, but it actually uses more battery. Constantly force-closing apps can drain the battery, as reopening them uses more resources because the phone has to restart the app from scratch. Modern operating systems like iOS and Android effectively manage background apps, minimizing the power drain from them. Instead, it's best to only force-close an app if it's unresponsive. Modern devices, including smartphones, are designed to stop charging at 100%. This means leaving them plugged in overnight doesn't cause overcharging or damage the battery. Even if a device continues to be plugged in after reaching 100%, most devices will then enter a trickle charging state, which provides a small amount of power to maintain the charge, but this is usually minimal and doesn't cause any harm. While more megapixels can allow for higher resolution images, which is useful for large prints or cropping, it's not a guarantee of a better camera overall. More megapixels can help, but other factors like lens quality, sensor size, and image processing also affect image quality. Simply having more megapixels doesn't mean better image quality. If this video was useful for you, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to receive notifications whenever new content is posted, you can click on the bell icon after subscribing.